After 18 long years, Royal Challengers Bangalore finally win the IPL. Fans scream, streets explode with joy. But outside the stadium,
At least 11 people were killed outside a cricket stadium.
Ended not with joy, but with the cries of grieving families.
a stampede, 11 dead and dozens injured. This isn't just a cricket story. It's a window into India's intense celebrity worship culture where love turns into chaos. Obsession with stars isn't new. In 1605, when print first appeared, writers were discouraged from covering celebrities. But by the 1930s, Walter Winchell started gossip columns. And today we know everything, from Jim looks to who was spotted at the airport and with whom. In 1987, when M.G. Ramachandran, or MGR, the actor, politician, the legend died, chaos exploded in Tamil Nadu. Shops were burned, riots erupted, and the extreme. Fans took their own lives. Even today, people wait outside Amitabh Bachchan's and Shah Rukh Khan's home for hours just to catch a glimpse. A man attempted suicide because he wanted to donate his kidney to save Rajnikant, hoping his favorite actor would acknowledge him. Another fan died by suicide after failing to meet Yash. But that's not all. Building temples for stars, pouring milk on their posters, sending letters in blood. One fan handed over her entire property to her favorite actor without ever meeting him. Devotion doesn't stop at actors. Some people call politicians their father, their god, their everything. They tattoo their faces, justify every crime, excuse every scandal, and even when the truth is ugly, they refuse to see it. We all know Asaram Bapu was convicted of raping a minor and he's in prison, but his followers still chant his name, still worship him like a saint. And he's not the only one. The list of such self-proclaimed godmen is long, and every day more people get trapped and affected by their blind faith. Because truth doesn't matter if faith is blind. But this obsession isn't local. Princess Diana's death in 1997 sent millions into grief, and people blamed paparazzi. They believed the media chased her to death. And Michael Jackson? In 2009, some fans took their own lives after he died. The grief was personal, even though they never met him. Because obsession doesn't need geography, it only needs access. Fame looks beautiful from a distance, but up close, it can crush you. Deepika Padukone has spoken about how fame made her depression worse.
Just bouts of crying, you sort of start questioning your existence. That's what I remember feeling at that point.
Because too many eyes, too much pressure. Allu Arjun once surprised fans at a screening, and it led to a stampede. A 34-year-old woman died, and the actor and management was charged for it. He got bail, but her family will never get her back. Even the most successful face hate. Remember when Jadeja got run out during a CSK match? The crowd cheered. The CSK fans cheered. Not because they disliked him, but because it meant Dhoni would bat next. It's sad we celebrate our heroes by humiliating others, and sometimes by hurting each other. In October 2022, a tragic incident took place in Tamil Nadu. A 24-year-old Rohit Sharma fan was killed by his friend, a Virat Kohli supporter, during a drunken argument about who was the better cricketer. A heated debate turned into a violent act, and a life was lost. And soon after, the social media was flooded with reactions. Shockingly, some people blamed even Virat Kohli for the incident. A hashtag demanding his arrest started trending. But what are we doing? Every time a celebrity trend appears on social media, we rush to take sides. Our bias, our favorites, they drive our reactions. Often we do this without knowing the full story. It could be just a rumor. Yes, we have every right to criticize or speak up when something is wrong. But it's also our duty to wait for all the facts. Instead, we jump to conclusions. We argue, we judge, and even abuse people we disagree with, all in the name of fandom. One mistake and the PR team jumps in. Tears on camera, scripted apologies. Suddenly the villain becomes a hero again. And this fame becomes influence. And influence becomes power. And that's why we see actors becoming politicians. But are we voting for leaders? Or just characters we fell in love with on screen? This worship has mutated online. Influencers now have armies of toxic fans. And it's not just trolling anymore. Take Elvish Yadav, a popular YouTuber. His fans have attacked people online and offline just for disagreeing with him. The line between support and violence is fading. Being a fan today can mean cancelling someone's career, threatening lives, hacking accounts, sending hate and abuse, all in the name of loyalty. On social media, stars show us perfect skin, perfect homes, perfect bodies. But it's not real. It's filters, scripts, teams of people managing every frame. And the pressure, it lands on the viewer. Young people develop body dysmorphia, anxiety, depression. Some try to look like stars, and some try to live like them even when they can't afford applauded. Many even spent thousands collecting celebrity memorabilia, which while emotionally special, should never come at the cost of essentials. We don't just follow celebrities anymore. We try to become them, and in the process, we lose ourselves. But why do we do this? From an evolutionary lens, human brains are wired for it. We had to track people and tribes to survive, and now we track celebrities. And it's called celebrity worship syndrome, a one-sided connection, a parasocial relationship. It starts with admiration, grows into dependence, and ends in obsession. Sometimes it comes from insecurity. We feel lost, we don't like how we look, we don't know who we are, so we hold on to someone else's identity instead of building our own. The absorption addiction model explains it. You absorb their life, you crave more, and you forget your own. And there are levels of it. Level 1, which is low, is watching them, reading about them, or just liking them. Level 2 is moderate, which includes joining fan clubs, defending them online. And then comes the level 3, losing identity, self-harming, or even harming others. And sometimes it's just lack of civic sense, where personal obsession takes priority over public responsibility. When fans die for their idols, nobody wins. A star loses nothing, but families lose everything. The people who died in the IPL stampede, they weren't famous. Their story ended on the sidewalk. If someone inspired you, wouldn't the best tribute be to live better? We love our celebrities. They make us dream. They lift us when we are down. But they are not gods. They are flawed human like us. Let's admire their talent, not surrender our lives. Because every time we make someone more than human, someone gets hurt.